In the sewing room, I have a lot of people encouraging me. They empower me.
I don't feel bad about my body, even though I can only use one leg on the sewing machine.
Working here is safe.
Outland has taught me not just sewing skills, but life skills.
I want to thank you for buying my jeans.
Thank you for buying these jeans.
So how does an ordinary Aussie bloke go from motocross riding and working as a welder to setting up a social enterprise fashion business? Today we meet James Bartle, founder of Outland Denim, a brand built to reshape the world, literally one pair of jeans at a time. James, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, yeah.
Now, we only have a few minutes because you've got an incredible story. Where does this all start?
Look, it started by being exposed to the problem of human trafficking. That started through the Liam Neeson film Taken. That was the first time I was made aware of it. But then a few years later, I had the opportunity to travel through Southeast Asia with a rescue agency. And it was on that trip that I saw a little girl that was for sale, and you could see the fear and intimidation in her eyes. And for me, that was the moment that everything changed, and I knew that I wanted to do something to tackle this problem.
And this industry is frightening. It's a $100 billion a year industry, is it not? Yeah,
sex trafficking and human trafficking and exploitation is $150 billion a year. So it's a huge global problem that we've got at the moment. And I believe that business has the ability to be able to solve some of these problems.
And so what are you doing? I mean, these are blue, everybody looks and says, well, they're blue jeans, but what are you doing that makes these so unique?
I mean, we've tried to focus on every element. We call out zero exploitation as our hashtag, and the reason for that is that every decision we make is coming from that angle. And so from a social standpoint, how do we create a business model that gives freedom to the people without someone having to donate? You know, donations don't necessarily work. It's a band-aid solution. And so our desire was to create a model that gave that freedom just by producing a product. But the product has to be amazing. And so for us, we went and sourced the finest fabrics. We're using organic and vegetable dyeing and washing processes so that people can know that they're buying and they feel beautiful in the fits that we've got. And that's what makes the difference in these people's lives and genuinely gives them the freedom and gives them the ability to escape the atrocities they face.
And they all help you end up getting jobs at the factories and the facilities, right?
That's right. So the women will come in and we'll give them training and an education and all the framework that needs to go around. Just giving them a job with a living wage isn't enough. It doesn't actually help them get out of the situations that they were in. So we've created this business model to be able to give them everything they need so they can be successful on their own and they can become independent. And that's what our goal is that every one of these women that come and work for us are able to become independent and therefore support their families. So just by giving freedom to one girl, or for her working her way into freedom, she also is able then to offer that to her family. And that's really where the impact starts.
And incredibly, they have their little stories on each of the pairs of jeans that go out.
Yeah.
Just the ones we've got set up here.
Yeah.
And what are some of the stories? Like, you meet them, you talk to them, you work with them. What's it like for them?
We've got a range of different stories. 3 weeks ago, we just employed a girl that had been trafficked into Malaysia for labour. There's women that have been sold for sex. There's women with severe disabilities. And really, for us, it's just about being able to bring on these people that are extremely vulnerable. And by giving them this kind of work, it means that they're no longer vulnerable. It means that their children are no longer vulnerable. So it really does have a huge impact. And I guess it's the key in all of it is, though, that it's empowering them to make the change. It's not us coming in as the saviour and saving the day, because that's not a sustainable model.
And what do you say to people? I mean, you employ, I don't know, a few hundred people, I'm going to say. This is such a massive problem. What do you say to people who say, well, yeah, that's only a small difference?
Yeah, it's actually I'm not able to communicate it really that well, but actually buying the product, if people love the product and continue to wear it, jeans in particular, can have a huge impact on these women's lives, but also environmentally because of the method that we produce our jeans in. So really for us, it's about purchasing the product and talking about it, and that creates a huge, huge change, and it's a ripple effect.
And you hope to see other businesses. Are you seeing other businesses and corporations do similar things?
We are. We're seeing some of the big brands now even start to produce a small, maybe 1% of their line in this way, because it's it's great for marketing. I guess for us the difference is that we started to solve a problem, and out of that has grown a beautiful denim brand. And we are seeing other brands really starting to adopt this model, and that's what really we're here to do, is try and create some change within the industry.
Okay, James, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. All the best with this, It sounds like it's taking off, but hopefully we'll go further. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And for more info, go to breakfasttelevision.ca. We'll have more on Breakfast Television coming up after the break.